Hey y'all, hey. Just getting off my second job for the end of the day. Being married is stupid to me. I'm sorry, it's just stupid because these men out here still be hawking and gawking at other women and flirtatious and talkative up in other women's face. Anyway, so like I said, at my second job, I work for a perfumery shop that sells oils and perfumes and all kind of goodies, make you smell good. And there were some men that came in there. One of them came in there with his wife. They're newlyweds. Meanwhile, he's all up in my face telling me about what he wears and put on. He done already made his purchase. They in there trying to help the friend make his purchase. And the married one is in my face. Talking to me and you know, making jokes and stuff and carrying on, you know. And I'm like, I'm over here trying to work and doing other stuff around the shop, filling bottles up and stuff. And he's like, the wife made it a point to tell me we just got married a couple of days ago. I was like, oh, well, congratulations. You found you a douchebag. Because he's over here up in my face. I never would have thought you was his wife because, you know, he's over here in my face. It's crazy. Marriage never was made for you to be in love. Marriage was made for business reasons. I don't know. Maybe that's why. And maybe that's why the men feel like they can be in other women's face, like they do. Because it's a business partnership. You know. And what's so crazy about it is they act like it's for love purposes. Women act like it's for love purposes. No, it's a business. You're in a business partnership with your lover, with your husband, or whatever you want to call him. Meanwhile, he's over here in my face. Marriage is just stupid to me. I don't know if I'll ever do it. I've been saying I wouldn't do it. I don't know if it's on the table for me and the cards for me. If it is, okay, whoop-de-doo. If it ain't, whoop-de-doo. I'm not gung-ho about getting married because I don't really believe in it, to be honest. I don't really believe in it because it's stupid. Women are working for men. That's the business aspect of it. The women are working for the men in a marriage, in today's world. You know, so it's like, okay, I'd never do that. Another thing, why don't people know how to listen today? People don't know how to listen. You know, so it's like, if they're not listening, how can you get an understanding? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense at all whatsoever, you know. And it's like, can you hear me? Or people are not listening to hear and understand. They are listening so they can make their presumption. That's what they're doing. They're listening so that they can make their own presumption. And it doesn't make sense as to why they're listening for that purpose only. You know, it doesn't make sense at all. It's like, you listen to get a clear understanding. You listen to get clarity on the subject matter. Why are you not paying attention? You know. And these people, that's another thing. I'm like, hurry up and get me out this side of town. I don't like being on this side of town. These people are crazy over here. They drive all over top of you. They drive so fast. And they don't get nowhere once they get in front of you. They don't get nowhere once they get in front of you. still in the same place they were in the first place. Yeah. Look and then look away. That's what you do. Look and then look away, you fast driving, head touching the roof ass jackass. People, this is why I prefer to stay in the house and work from home, because they're assholes. They don't care about nobody else. This person in front of me has got a Porsche, driving like Speedy Gonzalez, all over top of people, all over the road. You know, they driving to get to nowhere but hell fast. And I'm like, go ahead, run up into something or run into something, because that's what you're driving for, to run your ass up into something. Excuse my French. But so back to what I was saying about people listening. So my manager at the receptionist job, I really love her. She's cool. I love her. We went to hair school together, actually. You know, she's cool, down to earth, you know, and, you know, I like her. But she don't listen. She don't listen to get the full extent of what's being told or what's being said. She don't listen. And then the way she teaches, oh my God, she's repetitive in what she says. She just repeats herself. It's like, okay, she repeats herself. And then this is one thing that I don't like that people also do while they're trying to explain stuff. They overtell you, they overshare too much information. Like, okay, well, that's what I was going to do. That's what I had in mind to do. So you don't have to tell me that. So like, say I'm going to be doing this project where I have to move, have to put a cell up, and I have to do some merchandising of the hair care products. And she's like, so what you got to do is move all of this stuff off of this shelf and put it over here. That was self-explanatory. I could see that as being a human and studying the shelf about what I needed to do. She didn't need to tell me that information. So, but I mean, I guess it's cool. They be trying to feel like they're trying to touch all the bases and let you know what to do about a certain subject. So that's fine. But in the past, I've had people overshare too much information, and it can be confusing when they do that. And I'm starting to think that this is why the staff has an issue with her, because she doesn't really know how to explain things, which it makes sense, because I get it. Because sometimes I don't know how to explain what be going on in my head either. You know, so usually what I do is keep it to myself and let things play out how they're going to play out for others. If it's something that I don't have to necessarily be talking to about to somebody. But, you know, there's that. And I feel like I'm so detail-oriented sometimes that, you know, I'm learning to not overshare with people, and I'm learning to let things play out with people and just watch how they do something. And then if there's a correction that needs to be made, then I will overshare that information that's needed for the subject matter, you know, in that case. But it just brings me back to my topic at hand. People don't listen. They don't listen effectively. They'll hear the first couple of words, what you said, and then they'll try to figure out the rest afterwards. They'll hear the first couple of words you say, and that's it. After that, they ain't heard nothing else. So if you're asking a question, they won't let you finish the complete question, because they think they already know what you're about to ask. What's wrong with people? What's wrong with listening? What's wrong with listening in its totality? You know, what's wrong with completely listening to what somebody is trying to convey to you, instead of making up in your mind what you think they're trying to say? Listen to it in its totality, because it may be something that you wasn't thinking, you know. So it would be good if we could just start listening to understand a subject, instead of listening to answer or project whatever we think is being said, you know. So yeah, there's that. just a little video today about my daily going ons with the humans out here in the world that I don't like to be bothered with. But I am going with the flow, and I'm putting on that fake face like I'm all into whatever we're discussing or doing. Like I'm a real big people person, and I am not. I used to be a people person. I did used to like carry on it with people and talking and having a good time and working with people, you know. But now people are really different. They moving different now, and it's odd and it's weird, and I'm still trying to get accustomed and used to how they're operating. Don't know if I'll ever be accustomed or used to the way they're operating, but you know, hey, it is what it is. But I'm learning to fake it until I make it with them, because they say things and do things, and it's like, no, just stop it. Then, so today, at the job that I just left, she sent me to the other location that she has to train and watch how they do things over there. And don't get me wrong, the lady was nice. Everybody was nice over there, and I liked it. I enjoyed them. It was a pleasure meeting everybody. But here we go. We don't know how to properly speak to people or talk to people, so we just become redundant, and then we do things like we watch over them while they delegate something for you to do, and then we stand there and watch them do everything that you've delegated to them. You know, it's weird. It's like we as people have no sense of discernment, and that's my thing too. Discernment. Turn it on, people. I've said this in plenty of my videos. Turn on your sense of discernment. Learn how to discern what type of people you are dealing with on the job, in the grocery store, you know, in group settings, in whatever it is that you're doing. Learn how to discern. Part of me thinks that is actually a gift, really, to be honest, that God gives to only certain people, because that's what it looks like. It's a gift that God only gives to certain people, because unfortunately everybody don't know how to use it. Everybody ain't using it. The majority of people ain't using it. So, you know, take this as a tip. Fine-tune your sense of discernment, because that's what's gonna help you out. My hands smell so good. It smells so good. That's what I like about working here, is all the smell goods. I'm a big smell good fan. But you know, back again, learn how to cultivate your discernment. That's my tip for you all for the day. Cultivate your discernment and learn how to listen instead of thinking about what your response needs to be if you haven't heard the subject matter in its totality. Learn how to listen. Listen for clarity and understanding. Don't listen don't listen so much to where you think you know everything. Don't do that. Listen completely. Okay? It's crazy. It's like the simple mathematics of life people no longer have anymore. And I can't stand being bothered with people who don't have these general type of basics to life. It's saddening. Extremely saddening. And I'm not gonna say, I'm not saying any of this like I'm a perfect Sally, like I do everything perfectly. But when I go out my door and I have to go outside and deal with humans, I'm pretty much trying to be on my P's and Q's. Everything switches on. Ding! Everything comes on. Because you have to be on your P's and Q's out here moving around the earth, outside your humble abode, your home. I do. And I believe most citizens in the world should be too. So, but I'm going to leave you there. I got to figure out what we're going to eat. Got to go get this nasty fast food stuff. And I shall return later. Okay, call you back. Bye.